Hello everybody, so we are back for our final game of our Sevens tournament today in Cheltenham. Final game, we are seeing SWAT taking on Severn Rolling Torrent. I will get that right eventually. It's SRT in the black and it's SWAT in the green.
Yeah, let's stick with that, it's fine.
Yeah.
So we're straight into the action as we have been doing for you all day. We have a SWAT lead jammer for you. I do believe, yes, that is / as your lead. Heli is being recycled.
A big jump around the outside, which is shut down by Jesbian. Meanwhile, right at the front of the pack, that is 4 points picked up by /
We've got a couple of penalties being assessed to the blockers from SWAT.
Oh,
no, my mistake.
And that is a penalty being assessed to / They're sitting down for a cut track penalty, which means we've got a power jam at this early stage of the game. 2-minute jam, and that is
the initial pass.
That is the initial pass for Heli for SRT.
I am going to take responsibility for that penalty for / because I was trying to say that we had 2 blocker penalties for SRT, and I said SWAT as / got issued a penalty. So I'm really sorry.
Announcer curse.
But yeah, everybody's back on track now.
So / out of the penalty box now, trying to make up for some lost time. Really good defensive work there by the SWAT blockers, really closing down that penalty and denying Heli from running away from with the points in that 30 seconds.
Now the blocker headed to the box for SRT. Oh, little sister with some nice shoulder checks, holding / back.
Beautiful one-on-one blocking right at the front there. And that's a 2-minute jam come to an end.
What an opening jam.
I know.
With jams like this, Ambassador, you're spoiling us.
I was going to say, with jams like these, who needs, and then I couldn't think of. With jams like these, who needs margarine? And we've got a skate agent on the jam line up against Buffy Shovers.
I'll allow it. Thistle yielding there. So that's another lead jammer going to skate agent and SWAT.
Buffy has taken the start off, but their pivot miles away at the front of the pack, trying to hold back a skate agent.
Yeah, Buffy has redonned the star. Just being recycled again and again.
Really relentless SWAT wall here right at the back, not giving Buffy an inch to work with.
Oh, the pack was so spread out, so loose. Buffy just snuck through. Completed her initial, but no points. SWAT taking an early lead, 20 points to SRT's 3.
We've got Jesbian up to jam for SWAT, taking on Heli of SRT. Jesbian trying to take that outside line away for SRT, but is denied by Thistle. Meanwhile, that is Heli taking a lead jam for the first time for SRT in this game. Jesbian again fighting for that outside line, this time winning the fight to get out for the initial pass. Heli sprinting out ahead.
Heli calling the jam. probably just as well. Do you see how low Jesbian got coming round turn 4? You could almost sort of see got the eyes.
I mean, Jesbian gives hits hard enough when they've got like a foot of run up. I wouldn't want to see how hard they're hitting with a lap of run up.
Bam, pow, right to the moon.
So dot slash is your jammer for SWAT. They are up ahead, but going down with the 2 SRT blockers. They take the lead. Meanwhile, Buffy Shovers jamming for SRT at the back of the pack, using Little Sister as a battering ram to get through the SWAT wall.
That was a silky smooth star pass.
That was a beautiful star pass over to Little Sister.
I feel like that was the whippet of star passes.
Where's Drew Barrymore?
Get her here right now. However, jam called off before our dear Little Sister was able to make it to the pack. Bab's taken a seat in the penalty box, so it will be a pack advantage in favour of SRT. SWAT still in the lead, 23 points to 7. Just under 15 minutes remaining of our final game today.
Bolt is on the jam line for the first time of this game for SWAT. Helly sprinting up ahead, Bolt taking the inside line, both jammers neck on neck. It is Helly that is lead.
It was nearly a photo finish.
Really was.
Felt like it was going to indicate like the TVR like in rugby.
No points scored by either jam.
Double donuts. I tell you what, I know we've mentioned it already today, but we've had a sterling skating official crew today.
Oh my gosh, yes. Absolutely nailing it.
Incredibly talented as well, because
Yes.
I know they've been rotating.
Yes.
They've all taken on different positions throughout the day, so that nobody's been kind of stuck in one particular role,
No.
having to kind of fry their brain
Yes.
with that particular focus. So,
All
massive
the
thank you.
multi-talented officials
That's the
crew
word I
for
was looking
today.
for. Thank you.
So dot slash has taken your lead for SWAT. There has been a star pass again to Little Sister for SRT. Dot slash calling it off, denying any points for SRT and picking up 2 for themselves. Was the crowd shouting lovely jubbly?
I think there might have been.
Okay.
That makes a lot more sense than what I thought I heard, which was lovely donkey. I was like, there are no donkeys here.
I wasn't sure I heard correct with lovely jubbly, but I feel like that's very like British crowd if that's what they were saying.
Lovely jubbly. Apparently Cheltenham is a different world.
A skate agent hit out on the inside line, your jammer for SWAT. Meanwhile, Helly up in front, sprinting away from Bolt to take lead. Third time in a row that Helly has managed to get lead each time this game. There has been a star pass.
To Sandy.
That's right.
And Helly shutting it down before Sandy Surfwax able to just literally 5 feet or less away from the pack. Definitely in the engagement zone, but not able to pick up any points. Still really quite close at a very low scoring. 12 minutes and change remaining. 9 points to SRT, 25 to SWAT. Dot slash and Buffy Smothers getting really into the thick of things here.
Both jammers literally neck on neck in the pack as Buffy Shovers is hit out on the inside line and recycled back.
But that is dot slash picking up lead jammer. Just being again holding so well.
Dot Slash now on for a scoring pass, being held back by Little Sister. Big hit out by on the outside line to Buffy. And that is a penalty assessed. Yeah, so that was a star pass on SRT and the penalty for the new jammer. So we have got a power jam in favour of SWAT. A hit from Shunt on the inside line. Sees Dot go back. Start that fight again with Little Sister up at the front.
Dot Slash cutting her losses, stuck on the outside line, calls off the jam, but she had picked up the full 4, and that does freeze Thistle, thank you, yeah, in the penalty box, meaning that we will be starting on a power jam for a skate agent. And just in case we weren't sure, they are SRT, we were asked. Chants sound really weird when you try and drop them into regular conversation.
Also, for context, they probably can't hear the chants on the video.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
But like, you need to know there is an atmosphere and there is chants. And
really
we will
is.
update you about the chants, it's important information. So, Thistle has come out of the penalty box with star in hand. The skate agent has just picked up lead for SWAT.
SWAT's blocker, Sandy, is currently in the box, but they are standing.
Helly has got the pivot for SRT, so I assume they're planning on a star pass, but Helly's getting a bit distracted by all the blocking.
There's a lot of blocking.
Yeah. And really strong work from SWAT to separate the pivot and the jammer. You can clearly see that that's the plan. And going, nah, I'm not having that.
It's another game of keep away. Little Sister right up front. Goes for a big hit, takes out a skate agent. Little Sister picks up, blocking out of play so she can take a seat in the box. We might have to listen to Billy Idol on the way home.
Okay.
Cool. Otherwise, that's going to be stuck in my head for weeks.
I think it's going to be stuck in my head for weeks regardless. But
Yeah,
like, I'm okay
I feel
with
that's
it.
a risk.
The skate agent on for another scoring pass and narrowly avoiding a hit on the outside from Predator as Thistle is being taken all the way back.
Thistle still looking for her initial after exiting the penalty box. Meanwhile, the skate agent is laying on these 4-point passes with some beautiful offense from Smooks.
And that's the star pass completed over to Helly. But that, I believe that's the 2 minutes. I don't think that was a call-off.
Yeah, I think that was the full 2-minute jam on what was a 24-point jam for a skate agent. 9 points to SRT, 53 to SWAT, 7.5 minutes remaining.
Jesbian on the jam line with Buffy Shovers. Both jammers trying to kind of duck and weave both ways round, but being tracked beautifully by our blockers. Big hit onto Little Sister, sees Jesbian break out on the outside line.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to that blocking lineup. Little Sister and Sergeant Shunt throwing some massive hits to Jesbian, but she didn't even wobble.
No.
She's absolutely solid, and it's an absolute joy to see them skate. it's been ages since I've seen Jesbian skate.
Yes.
And it's just, I've said it already today, but it makes me happy in my face.
So the pack's running quite quickly now to try and keep these jammers away. Buffy using a whip onto Little Sister, but it's hit out on the outside. And that is the initial pass done. Oh, no it's not. Buffy's going for a sit down for a cut penalty.
For a minute I thought that was some seriously stonking track awareness from Buffy and or her blockers, because they were the ones who told her to get back on track and she was safe. Unfortunately, it looks like that was not the case. I think it might have been that she was safe with coming on ahead of one of the blockers.
But not the second, yeah, I agree. I mean, roller derby's difficult, yo.
Yeah.
So Jesbian calling off the jam with another 4 points in the pocket for SWAT, locking Buffy in the penalty box alongside one of her blockers. // on the jam line for the power jam start for SWAT. So SWAT on the offensive here, trying to create a gap for // It is successful as they take lead jam. Meanwhile, Buffy has served her time, is back on the track. And she is out for initial pass. // again using teammates to go on the offensive to break apart that SRT wall.
Big old hit there, pile up on the outside of turn 4.
Clean up on aisle 5.
It's the party aisle.
So Buffy shovers at the back there, working with Little Sister to try and get through the SWAT wall. Picking up 2 points.
I'll tell you what, that last jam from, or the previous jam rather, from Jesbian must have been another hefty one. Because with those additional 8 points in that last jam, we're on 73 for SWAT, 11 points for SRT, with 3.5 minutes remaining.
And that's an official timeout has been called.
Well, folks, we're in the final minutes of what has been a brilliant day of roller derby.
Absolutely.
I have very much enjoyed myself.
I have too. And from speaking to the teams, it seems like there's a lot of takeaways from today. I mean, everyone suffered with a long break from skating, and they might not feel like the muscle memory is quite there, or the derby brain is quite swatted up. But I think watching this, there's a lot of brilliant takeaways that we can take from all the teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
That then you take home and you try it for yourself.
Absolutely, and like, I know, as you mentioned, speaking to a couple of the teams, some teams had things have been changing over roller derby, and people have been moving teams have folded.
Yep.
Some teams have started up, like our team.
Yep.
We're with East Midlands Open Roller Derby. We started, we formed in December of 2020, and it's been a transitional. It's been an interesting time.
Yes.
And like, from our experience and from the experiences of what we've seen on track here today, and from the last few games and events that we've been at, because we've both made it to a few things recently since everything's starting to open back up, it's clear that everybody's having different experiences of getting back on track, getting back to training, and like, so long as you are training safely, you're adhering to all sort of the COVID safe guidelines and all those sort of things, and that you're keeping yourselves and your league mates safe, both in terms of COVID and your regular safety precautions. There's no reason that we can't continue to enjoy this sport. No,
absolutely. And I think seeing the passion for everyone coming back into it, having that bit of a fresh start after the break, and going, you know what, like, there's a reason I used to spend every single weekend doing this crazy sport, because like we love it, and we love what we're doing, and we can come into it with a fresh perspective and fresh eyes and fresh legs and everything else.
I mean, if somebody could get me some fresh lungs, that'd be great.
If I have some to spare, I'll chuck them your way, babes.
But yeah, it's the pacing and events might be a little bit different as we move forward. And as I say that, I bear in mind that I think there's 5 different tournaments happening in Europe this weekend. That's probably just a failure in communication. But yeah.
Clearly, we're at the best one.
Obs. But we're back in with the action. And essentially, we just want to say welcome back. To roller derby as a whole, not specifically this game. But yeah.
I mean, yes to this game, but also yay roller derby. Speaking of roller derby, a skate agent has got our lead jammer for SWAT calling off a jam as both jammers get up to a scoring pass. Helly picking up 1, SWAT picking up 2.
Nice. Just in one of our OPRs, we sort of go, whew.
It's a long day. I
very nearly called out. I was like, we're nearly done. But I'm like, that would have involved me really shouting.
Yeah, do not shout into the microphone.
Nobody needs that. But they probably know. Like, they can see the clock on the wall.
First time jamming this game is Smooks, who has just taken lead, barreling their way through the middle of an SRT wall. Meanwhile, Buffy Shovers being shoved down on the inside line by Bolt.
Nice hit there from Sergeant Shunt, taking Smooks straight down and off track, recycling them right back round to turn 2.
Meanwhile, Buffy's still fighting for that all-important initial pass, having some real trouble with that SWAT wall. But it's now 1 less as one of their blockers goes for a sit-down. Thistle with a beautiful whip on the inside line, which is denied by Bolt. Thistle's going for a sit-down for the beautiful whip, of course, because I praised it, so of course it's not legal.
Both teams with a blocker in the box.
A bit of a pile up at the back there as Snooks fighting their way through. Up at the front with just 1 blocker to pass. Side serve round on the inside line. That's a 4-point pass for SWAT as Buffy Shovers on the outside line. A hit down from Bolt. And that is the jam called.
I tell you what, I think you can tell that we are coming to the end of a 6-game day.
Yes.
This will be our last jam. We've got 21 seconds on the period clock, or on the jam clock.
Our clock has 21 seconds on it.
Yes, I mean it doesn't now.
Yeah. So that is Helly jamming, trying to chase down a skate agent who is the lead for SWAT. Helly using Shunt as a battering ram to get through the initial pass. And that is the jam called. Is that our clock?
I believe it is.
Just waiting on the refs. Yes, it is.
That's it.
That's all, folks.
Well,
that was roller derby.
certainly was. In a format possibly that you're not so familiar with. If this has been your first experience of Sevens, we really hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. If this is your first experience of roller derby, I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you vaguely followed what on earth was going on. And if you want to join your local roller derby team, I highly recommend it. I don't know where your local roller derby team is because you are on the internet, but Google exists.
Yes, Google exists, social media exists. Most teams in this day and age will have some form of social media, be that Facebook, Instagram. Some teams still use Twitter.
I don't know.
Probably not Snapchat. I don't understand.
I don't know. I was just thinking, are there any teams down with the kids that have TikToks? Because I feel
a lot of teams have TikTok.
I feel like I'm too much of a grandma for TikTok.
I was about to say, I think we have TikTok, but I don't think we do.
No, I'm not sure we do. But we have Instagram.
We do have Instagram. We have Instagram. Yeah. Long story short, search social media. Search social media for roller derby and the area in which you live. And
something should come up. If not, message me privately, Stormageddon, and I will tell you.
Yeah, like you'll know a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah.
Whether you want to play the game, whether you want to be a skating or a non-skating official, whether you would like to be like us and commentate, whether you would like to help in the background and help to run the league, or whether you would like to come and watch games and support your local roller derby league, I guarantee you that the team that is near you would love to have you involved in some way, shape or form.
Absolutely. There is a place for everyone in roller derby.
So yeah, please do have a look online and
get involved. But in terms of today, that is our final game complete with SRT at 12 points. But the winners of our final game are SWAT at 79 points.
Now, I was told what the format of the tournament was.
Right. Okay. If you know, then you are the expert, because I do not, my friend.
What we will do for you folks, we will pop up in the comments or in the description of the events on these videos who the overall winner was, because it is points based on wins and losses as to who the overall winner is. So do make sure that you check the descriptions of the videos. And you will see who won.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, please.
For real-time events, for more roller derby and goodness.
And your host, Severn Roller Torrent. Folks, thank you so much for joining us today. And hopefully we will see you somewhere soon at another event.
Absolutely. Bye for now.
Yep, this is Stormageddon and Snoogan signing out.